नमस्ते बिटिया, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया। I am Dr. Bharat Sharma, Assistant Professor, Department of Pathology, Faculty of Homeopathic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. In this practical session, we will learn about Vidal test. Now, introduction of Vidal test. Vidal test is an agglutination test which detects the presence of serum agglutinins H and O in patients, serum with typhoid and parathyroid fever. When facilities for culturing are not available, the Vidal test is the reliable and can be of value in the diagnosis of typhoid fever in endemic areas. It was developed by George Ferdinand Vidal in 1896. The patient's serum is tested for O and H antibodies against the following antigen suspension. Usually stent suspensions are Salmonella typhi O antigen suspension 9 and 12, Salmonella typhi H antigen suspension D, Salmonella perityphi A-O antigen suspension 1 and 2 and 12, S. paratyphi H-A antigen suspension A, Salmonella paratyphi B-O antigen suspension 1, 4, 5, 12, and Salmonella paratyphi B-H antigen suspension B phase 1. Salmonella paratyphi C-O antigen suspension 6-7 and Salmonella paratyphi C-H antigen suspension C phase 1. The Salmonella antibody starts appearing in serum at the end of first week and rise sharply during the third week of endemic fever. In acute typhoid fever, O agglutinins can usually be detected 6 to 8 days after the onset of fever, and H agglutinin after 10 to 12 days of. It is preferable to test two specimens of serum at an interval of 7 to 10 days to demonstrate a rising antibody titer. Salmonella antigen suspensions can be used as slide and tube techniques. Principles of Vidal test. Bacterial suspension which carry antigen will agglutinate on exposure to antibodies to Salmonella organisms. Patients suffering from enteric fever would possess antibodies in their serum, which can react and agglutinate serial doubling dilution or guilt colored Salmonella antigens in a agglutination test. The main principle of Vidal test is that if homologous antibodies is present in patient serum, it will react with respective antigen in the reagent and give visible clumping on the test card and agglutination in the tube. The antigens used in the test are H and O antigen of Salmonella typhi and H antigen of Salmonella paratyphi. The paratyphoid O antigen are not employed as they cross-react with typhoid O antigen due to the sharing of factor 12. O antigen is somatic antigen and H antigen is flagellar antigen. Now, preparation of Vidal antigens. H suspension of bacteria is prepared by adding 0.1% formalin to the 24-hour broth culture or saline suspension of an agar culture. For preparation of O suspension of bacteria, the organism is cultured on phenol agar 1:800 to inhibit flagella. Standard smooth strain of the organism are used. Salmonella typhi 901 O and H stains are employed for this purpose. The growth is then emulsified in small volume of saline, mixed with 20 times its volume of alcohol. Heated at 40 degree to 50 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes and centrifuged. The antigens are treated with chloroform as a preservative, and appropriate dyes are added for easy identification of antigens. The procedure of Lidl test. First is slide test. Place one drop of positive control on one reaction circular of the slide. Pipette one drop of isotonic saline on the next reaction circle, negative control. Pipette one drop of the patient serum to be tested onto the remaining four reaction circle. Add one drop of Vidal test antigen suspension H to the first two reaction circle. Add one drop of each OH, AH and BH antigens to the remaining four reaction circle. Mix content of each circular uniformly over the entire circle with separate mixing sticks. Rock the slide gently back and forth and observe agglutination macroscopically within 1 minute. Semi-quantitative method. Pipette one drop of isotonic saline into the first reaction circle and then place 5, 10, 20, 40, 80 milliliter of the test sample on the remaining circles. Add to each reaction circle a drop of antigen which showed agglutination. With the test sample in the screening method using separate mixing sticks, mix the content of each circular uniformly over the reaction circles. Rock the slide gently back and forth. Observe the agglutination macroscopically within 1 minute. Standard tube test method. In Vidal test, two types of tubes were originally used. First is Dreyer's tube, narrow tube with conical bottom for H agglutination, and Felix tube, short rounded bottom tube for O agglutination. Nowadays, 3 multiplied by 0.5 ml of Kahn tubes are used for both type of agglutinations. The procedure is take 4 set of 8 Kahn tubes/test tubes and label them 1 to 8 for OH, AH and BH antibody detection. Pipette into the tube number 1 of all sets 1.9 ml of isotonic saline. To each of the remaining tube 2 to 8, add 1.1 ml, 1.0 ml of isotonic saline. To the tube number 1, each row adds 0.1 ml of serum sample to the tested and mix well. Transfer 1 ml of diluted serum from tube number 1 to tube number 2 and mix well. Transfer 1 ml of the diluted serum from tube number 2 to tube number 3 and mix well. Continue the serial dilution till tube number 7 in each set. Discard 1 ml of the diluted serum from tube number 7 of each set. Now tube number 8 in all the sets serves as the saline control. Now the dilution of the serum control achieved in each set as follows. Tube number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 control. Dilution would be 1 ratio 20, 1 ratio 40, 1 ratio 80, 1 ratio 160, 1 ratio 320, 1 ratio 640 and 1 ratio 1280. To all the tubes 1 to 8 of each set, add 1 drop of the respective adult test antigen suspension OH, AH and BH from the reagent vials and mix well. Cover the tubes and incubate at 37 degrees Celsius overnight approximately for 18 hours. Dislodge the sediment button gently and observe for agglutinations. Interpretation of Vidal test. This is how Vidal test is sample diagnostic. Agglutination is a positive test result, and if a positive reaction is observed with 20 ml of the test sample, it indicates presence of clinical significance level of the corresponding antibodies in the patient serum. If no agglutination, it is negative test and indicates absence of clinical significant level of the corresponding antibody in the patient's serum. The titer of the patient serum usually Vidal test antigen suspension is the highest dilution of the serum sample that gives a visible agglutination. The sample which shows the titer of 1 ratio 100 or more for O agglutination and 1 ratio 200 or more for H agglutination should be considered as clinically significant. In the above figure, titer is 160. Demonstration of four-fold rise between the two is diagnostic. H agglutination is more reliable than O agglutination. This is firstly positive Vidal test. This is also positive. This is double positive, and this is triple positive. Agglutination starts appearing in the serum by the end of the first week and sharp rise in the second and the third week, and the titer remains steady till fourth week, after which it declines. Limitations of Vidal test. The Vidal test is time consuming, and oftentimes when diagnosis is reached, it's too late to start an antibiotic regimen. The Vidal test should be interpreted in the light of baseline titer in a healthy local population. The Vidal test may be falsely positive in patients who have previous vaccination or infection with Salmonella typhi. Besides cross-reactivity with other Salmonella species, the test cannot distinguish between a current infection or a previous infection or vaccination against typhoid. Vidal titers have also been reported in association with the dysgamma agglutinemia of chronic active hepatitis and other autoimmune diseases. False positive Vidal test results are known to occur in typhus, acute falciparum malaria, particularly in children, chronic liver diseases associated with raised globulin levels, and disorders such as rheumatoid arthritis, myelomatosis, and nephrotic syndrome. False negative results may be associated with early treatment with hidden organism in bone and joints, and with relapse of typhoid fever. Occasionally, the infective strains are poorly immunologic. False negative Vidal test may be due to antibody response being blocked by early antimicrobial treatment or following a typhoid relapse. Severe hypoproteinemia may also prevent a rise in O and H antibody titers. The antibody level found in a healthy population, however, may vary from time to time and in different areas, making it difficult to establish a cut-off level of baseline antibody in a defined area and community. In low typhoid endemic areas, weak and delayed O and H antibody response limit the usefulness of the Vidal test. Variations also exist between laboratories in the which performance and reading of Vidal test which compromise further the reliability of the test. The World Health Organization has said that due to the various factors that can influence the result of the Vidal test, it is best not to rely too much on this test. This session is powered by Digital Version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapit, Women's University, Jaipur. I hope you all enjoyed this session. If you have any query, please mention it in comment box. Thank you.